WCRS studios in Greenwood, South Carolina, this is Meet Me at the Diner with your host, Ann Eller.
Oh, that's right. Good afternoon, everybody. Breaker, big news. Ringing all the bells, everything. Hey. We are back live on 98.5 FM. Okay, that's today's show. I'm done. Oh, Lord, it is so good to have 98.5 back in the fold here. 14:50 a.m. The original carried us through Facebook Live. Yes, streaming at WCRS 1450am.net. Whew, that is a heavy load off my shoulders, let me tell you that. Maybe I should play the bugle here. Well, that one doesn't play. Well, okay, so much for the bugle over there. Hey, I'm Ann Eller, just having a good time here today. Excited to be back alive on all cylinders here on your local radio station, WCRS. We can remember stuff. We can get stuff done, and we have succeeded in getting stuff done. So, welcome to the show. Looks like you're going to be stuck with me, unless Billy has decided to join me, and so far he has not. So he said yesterday afternoon he would be glad to join me, but it would depend. I have not heard from the man, so what can I say? Life goes on. And the big thing is, if you didn't get anything else out of today's video, guess what? WCRS 98.5 is alive on 98.5 FM. So make sure you tell everybody that you know that's been asking. I really appreciate all the people that have stopped by and have called, etc., etc. But we are alive. We revived the patient about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and she's been ticking ever since. We've taken it off of life support. Seems to be doing just fine this afternoon. Anyways, so I just thought maybe we could talk about a few things this afternoon, and we won't worry about if the Garrett man decides to join us this afternoon. That would be great, but if not, we will continue. Lots of stuff is, of course, going on, and I thought we might share some of the things that are going on with us right here, because it just seems like whenever you look away here for just a second, you find something else that's going on, right? Absolutely. So, few of the things that I know that are going on. What do I know? Oh, WCRS 98.5 FM is back on the air. Yes, that's right. Okay, Residential Collection Makeup Day. Roots for Good Friday, April 18th, will be collected tomorrow, Wednesday, April 16th. So if you normally are picked up on Friday, you need to move your roll carts out to the street by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is Greenwood city government putting this notice out there. They are going to be closed. They're giving, I guess, their guys off on Friday, Good Friday. So please place your roll carts on the street by 6 a.m. These are the roots that normally are collected on Friday, April 18th, will be collected tomorrow. I certainly hope that you are following up with helping the city help us keep our city clean. They really have made a big effort in trying to do the job that we want them to do. Yes, this is true. Now, a lot of other cities don't collect as much trash and waste, white goods, this type of thing. But Greenwood City really wants to do this, but they need our help in order to do it. So the city will collect yard waste, limbs, grass clippings, and leaves. They would prefer that the grass clippings and the leaves are left beside so they can just bagged things that they will not collect are bagged grass clippings or leaves. Loose trash garbage must be bagged and placed in the roll cart, but bagged grass clipping or leaves is a problem. They can send the vacuum truck around and just vacuum up the leaves and the grass cuttings. So if you put that out beside the road, that's the place to do it. They will pick up furniture and appliances, which I'm amazed. This is unbelievable. Refrigerators, stoves, washing machines, dryers, mattresses, box springs, mechanical engines, and parts. They'll pick all those things up. They will also collect limbs, grass cuttings, and leaves. They will collect logs up to 6 feet long and 6 inches in diameter. So things that they will not collect: commingled piles, mixed piles of yard waste and white goods. You can't just throw it all out there by the street and expect the city to separate it and then pick it up. So if you do stuff, make sure you have separate piles. They will not pick up commingled piles of yard waste and white goods, construction materials from building repairs or remodeling. And when Julie Wilkie, the city manager, was here, she goes, if you've got somebody doing work, they should take this stuff off. That should be part of their job. And most of them know it's their job. So don't leave it just out there by the street. Materials from a contracted job, including lawn care, tree service, etc. Hazardous waste. They don't pick up hazardous waste. Compressed gas or liquid containers of propane tanks, gas cans, drums, paint cans, etc. They do not pick those things up. Loose cardboard. Place it in the recycle roll carts. And we talked about the bagged grass clippings or leaves. They want you just to leave them right there beside the road, and they've got a vacuum machine that will vacuum it all up. Loose trash and garbage must be bagged and placed in the roll cart. Pile it right, trash out of sight. Non-compliance with these requirements may result in penalties per city ordinance, which can include fees reflecting the actual cost by the city to abate the violation. But that will be left up to, I believe it's Judge Miller. How can you help? Put items in your Green City issued roll cart whenever possible. Place curbside items 3 feet from obstructions like utility poles, vehicles, and mailboxes so the garbage pickup material can pick stuff up. Neatly place yard waste adjacent to the street in piles of reasonable size. No more than 10 cubic yards. Well, that would be pretty big. Have limbs cut up to 6 inches in diameter by 6 feet long max. And then it says, need a dump trailer. If you're cleaning out a house or doing this type of thing, call 864-942-8436. They say if you need a recycling roll cart, contact Greenwood County at 864-942-8567. So that's just something I think is vitally important. It's important because if we cannot come to this understanding between the people of Greenwood City and the city, I'm not sure what decision the city will make next. Let me repeat that. I'm not sure what decision the city will make if we can't get this trash pickup to something that is predictable. So if you are going to be putting trash out there, I think every trash can has had one of these flyers that I just read to you. It's on Facebook. They're also having, if you have any questions, they are having a town hall meeting next Wednesday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. The meeting agenda will cover how the city collects yard and bulk waste, items the city collects, ways you can help, and also a question and answer period. So pilot right, trash out of sight. This will be done at the Art Center of Greenwood, which is 120 Main Street right here in Greenwood, and that will be at 6 p.m. next Wednesday after Easter. So I think that we have to understand that the city is trying very hard to help everybody get the trash picked up. They have the capabilities. What they don't have quite often is the cooperation of the city. So that is why they're trying to make this so that you will do it right, so that they can help us keep our city beautiful. After all, we have the Flower Festival coming up in June. We have all kinds of activities. We have lots of other festivals coming up, and in July, what do we have? Well, we have the Festival of Discovery and Blues Cruise. So, of course, we want our city looking good. We've made it almost to the end for the cleanup of the Hurricane Helene. So if you can help by doing your part, maybe we can get the city cleaned up and start returning to where we want to be. So let's keep Greenwood beautiful. Let's try to make a difference here. Let's try to do it right. You certainly don't want to get a citation and have to go down to city court and explain why you're not doing it right, right? Okay. So here we are. We are back on 98.5 FM. We're also on 1450 AM. We're also on Facebook Live this afternoon. While you're cleaning up and getting ready for Easter, and then trying to do some spring cleaning and get rid of some stuff, I wanted to mention that next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, April 26th, at St. Mark United Methodist Church, right there on the bypass, they are doing a shred and e-waste day. So that'll be going on from 9 to 12. 9 to 12 next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. They'll do document shredding of anything that you want, personal information that you'd like to have shredded. They would love to do that. E-waste recycling. Acceptable materials include TVs, computer monitors, desktop computers, laptop computers, tablets, and printers. It says no phones, keyboards, or computer mice. And this also is not for businesses. This is for personal. They also accept donations. Keep Greenwood County Beautiful is a nonprofit that is led solely by community volunteers and operated by donations and grants. So if you are a business and have things that you'd like to have shredded, you need to call 864-942-8754. That's 864-942-8754. So this is, that's a good thing to put on the calendar. And again, if you've got computers, if you've got, every time you replace a computer, what do you do with the old one? So you've got laptop computers, tablets, printers, any of these acceptable materials. TVs, computer monitors, desktops, computers, laptop computers, tablets, and printers. However, it says they do not take phones, keyboards, or computer mice. So that's just another thing that I wanted to help get out there because it is important. I've started doing our morning show on Facebook Live. I actually started this because we were off the air on 98.5. I'd been fighting doing this. People have wanted me to do live Facebook, and I was like, I don't know. Well, I've done it. People like it. So I guess we'll continue it at least for a while. Anyways, let's see what else we got. Those that live over there, let's see, what do we say? They had a main water break, but that has been restored to the area and crews are cleaning up. CPW crews are working on a water main that broke early this morning, I guess, in the area of East Laurel Avenue and Haltwanger. The water had been shut off, but now the water is back on. So they probably, that's pretty darn quick to get that fixed. I don't know what happened, but that was pretty darn quick. But the water has been restored there, so that's a good thing. So if you can help in any way, good to know. Make sure you let your water run a little bit when you turn it on so that it gets any water out of there. We've had a lot of interesting guests on. I was looking forward to talking to Senator Billy Garrett about South Carolina Treasurer Curtis Loftus. But it looks like we're not going to get that opportunity today. But on the 21st, they're supposed to be having a hearing on Curtis, whether to remove him from office or not. If you were listening the other day, I'm sure you got to be able to make up your own mind as far as what you believe Curtis Loftus's role in this. Curtis says, our South Carolina treasurer says, that it was not his responsibility to inform the Finance Committee of the Senate. So we're going to look up what is the major responsibility of the South Carolina treasurer. See if I can type regular. What is the major of South Carolina treasurer? There you go. Let's see what it says. It says in Greenwood County. Well, we don't really. Okay, for the Office of the State Treasurer serves as the bank for South Carolina state government and is responsible for the safety and security of the Palmetto State's money now and in the future. I don't really know if he was responsible or was that really the responsibility of the comptroller. The Office of the State Treasurer, when you look up at the website, it says, as treasurer, I serve South Carolinians in many ways. But what do they do? That is a question of what do they do for what we do for citizens, for businesses, and for governments. Well, what do they do for governments, since that is what we're talking about here? Operating as the state's bank, we work to provide the most efficient cash investments and financial management services for all of South Carolina's agencies, local governments, and institutions. They provide efficient, accurate, and timely banking services. We assist state agency with banking needs, including managing state depository bank accounts, daily cash management functions, and relationships with bank partners, state entities, and public depository. The banking division performs daily cash management procedures and best practices to maximize bank available operating funds for investments beyond what is required to support the state's daily cash needs. Staffs also monitor bank balances to ensure state funds on deposited are protected with FDIC insurance coverage or are properly collateralized in accordance with state laws. See, this is hard to in my opinion, this is hard to understand. if they staff also monitor bank balances. Did they monitor the balance of that $1.8 billion and say, oh, we got $1.8 billion in this account? See, this I don't understand. And I have spent a lot of time studying this, and I still don't understand it. According to what Curtis Loftus, the treasurer, said, he said that things happened where adjustments, and it's not about theft or anything else, they are accounting errors that are made, but that falls under the comptroller. But as I read that, staff also monitor bank balances to ensure state funds on deposit are protected with FDIC insurance coverage. What's the answer here? I don't know. They make disbursements. Various state agencies and universities distribute funds electronically. One of the disbursements methods utilized is automated clearinghouse ACH payments. Another term is direct deposit. The state treasurer has issued a policy for agencies to follow regarding the effective date of payments. He did say that they don't really write checks anymore. They just make ACH deposit. They also make sure that they are state agencies and universities accepting credit cards must comply with the payment card industry data standard. That is under his control. And also, the banking division coordinates the designation of financial institutions that various state agencies and universities are using for banking services. So those are the things that our treasurer is responsible for. So they also help with unclaimed property reporting. So they help with putting people together with unclaimed property. Maybe you were left some money. Maybe you never picked up a refund. All of that stuff is available with the treasurer. But the thing that makes it difficult to understand, and the thing that Curtis says that he was not responsible for, seems kind of murky to me. I'll just be perfectly frank. Should this have been something that the comptroller, and of course we had one comptroller that was gotten rid of because I think he felt that he was responsible for the error. So I guess the question is, where does Curtis Loftus, the state treasurer, fall in this? Because there was a bank balance that had $1.8 billion in it that really didn't, and it was, quote, an accounting error. And how long did they know that it was an accounting error? I still don't understand it, and nobody has been able to explain it to me in terms that I understand. So, for governments operating as the state's bank, we work to provide the most efficient cash investment and financial management services for all of South Carolina's agencies, local governments, and institutions. Provide accurate and efficient and timely banking services. We assist state agencies with banking needs, including managing state depository bank accounts, daily cash management functions, and relationships with bank partners, state entities, and public depository. Anyways, the bottom line, Curtis said it wasn't his responsibility to notify them of the error, since this was an error that really should have been dealt with by the comptroller. He maintains that there are those in the Senate that would like to take over the money's finances in the Senate. I can only tell you what Curtis said, that this is what he believes, and that the comptroller that is in office has not been elected. He is simply in that office right now, and that he believes we will never hear from him, the comptroller. And he is just in there with his head down doing the job. I certainly hope. Curtis is a fiery human being. I will agree to that. He has not bent to the Senate's will. because he believes what he knows is to be true. He has given something to the Senate to enjoin them from trying to remove him from office. However, this hearing, as of this moment, he will be. I think they are still going ahead. Loftus asked South Carolina Supreme Court to stop the Senate hearing over the $1.8 billion accounting error. Facing a vote in the same Senate to remove him from the office, South Carolina Treasurer Curtis Loftus is asking the state Supreme Court to stop the planned hearing in the General Assembly's upper chamber. That will be on Monday. In a filing Thursday, after he got off the air of talking with us right here on WCRS, Loftus attorneys asked for a stay on the Senate's April 21st hearing until the court could decide whether the General Assembly can use a clause in the state's constitution to remove him for willful neglect of duties. His attorneys argue the process of removal needs to begin in the House like a traditional impeachment process rather than in the Senate. This injunction is about ensuring fairness, transparency, and adherence to the rule of law, Loftus said. I am asking the Supreme Court to step in and clarify whether the Senate is authorized to overturn a state election using this provision. The people of South Carolina deserve a process that upholds the law and the democratic principles they have entrusted to us. The request to State Tops Court is the latest move by Loftus to stave off possible removal from office. And he also said on this show, and he said it before he came on the show also, that he will be running for office whether he is removed from office or not. Now, previously, he had said that he was done. He was finished after this term, which ends in, I think, 2026. But he said due to the situation and the way he has been treated, that he will be running for office regardless of whether he is in office or out of office. So this is going to definitely be a case to watch, folks. Definitely a case to watch. So I just bring that one up because I find it most interesting. And I certainly hope that Curtis is not having Curtis Loftus, the South Carolina State Treasurer, is not having unfair dueness put to him. But if the rules state you're supposed to start in the House to remove someone, then why is the Senate trying to do it? They're supposed to be, as I'm always told, the deliberative body, the Senate, the deliberative body. All right, let's hear South Carolina news and a quick word from our sponsors. I'll be back. I have a few more news things we're going to talk about, so you keep it right here on WCRS, and we will talk about all these things when I come back. Got any questions or comments about what I'm talking about here today? 864-229-7984. That's 864-229-7984. We'll be right back. Yes, we're back. We're on the radio. Yes, we're back on Facebook Live. And yes, you're stuck with me this afternoon on 98.5 FM, 1450 AM. Streaming live on WCRS 1450am.net. That's our website. And we are live on Facebook at WCRS 98.5 FM /1450 AM. So that's where you can find me. Got a message? Got something you'd like to let me know about? 864-229-7984. That's 864-229-7984. Text me and we'll be sure to put that, I'll be sure to try to answer your comment. Anyways, I wanted to tell you about this. I was going to talk about it this morning, ran out of time. But this is huge. Falls Park in Greenville has just been ranked in the top 10 in USA Today Best City Parks. From Liberty Bridge views to sunny strolls, it's official. Our favorite green space is one of the best in the country. I think that's pretty huge, and that is a testament to all that they have when working on. So just thought I would mention that because I think that's pretty cool. Also, over there in Abbeville, their outdoor 10x10 kennels have served us so well over the years. We're beyond grateful to those who donated them. But between wear and tear from anxious pups and damage from Hurricane Helene, they're no longer holding up. This is over in Abbeville. Now we're struggling to safely contain some of our animals, which not only leads to fights, but also slows down our ability and care for everyone efficiently. So they say they're reaching out to our amazing community to see if anyone has connections to fencing or kennel supply companies or maybe even used panels they'd be willing to donate as long as they're hole free and sturdy. We're totally grateful and open to gently used materials. Ideally, we'd love to line one side of the yard with 5x10s, which would also allow us to clean more animals at once. Then they say, thank you for supporting. This is over there at the Abbeville Humane Society. Thank you for supporting our mission to keep these animals safe and loved while they wait for their forever homes. So that's another good thing out there. Also, I happened to see on Facebook that, Monday or Tuesday? Must have been yesterday. Monday, they started work on Grace Street Park, the dog park, to repair the fencing there. When we had Julie on a couple of weeks ago, she said one of the hardest things in the world she found was finding a fencing company. She goes, if there was a business to go into, fencing would be it. But they have finally got somebody taking care of the dog park over there, the Grace Street dog park. So that is pretty good. So if you'd like to go out and check that out, that would be a great thing. Yes, they started that Monday, April 14th. So, and this I found very interesting. I hadn't heard about this. I don't have anything specific topic, so I thought I'd just share some of the events, things that I have found interesting. This is over there in McCormick. It says choose. Actually, it's Cute and Catchy RV Rentals on Facebook. They have a bunch of RVs. They have 7 floor plans at Cute and Catchy RV Rentals. We do all the work. Just show up at the campsite. This person says, I have several years of experience with different types of campgrounds, from relaxing in the mountains to oceanfront or fun-filled family event campgrounds. We deliver to most of South Carolina, parts of North Carolina, and Georgia. Want to bring your furry friend? 2 campers are pet friendly. Rates depend on campground, camper, number of nights, and it says to please send them a private message, and it's called Cute and Catchy RV Rentals on Facebook. So I guess the only way to reach them is through Facebook. but Cute and Catchy RV Rentals on Facebook. I thought that looked like an awesome idea. Oh, they also have a telephone number, 803-767-9412. That's 803-767-9412. Wouldn't you love to have your camper already at the campsite and all you got to do is pull up and enjoy it? I think that's pretty darn. And they go all over. So just something to think about. I think that's pretty cool. I also like this from Bonnie Raitt. Life gets mighty precious when there's less of it to waste. Life gets mighty precious when there's less of it to waste. That was by Bonnie Raitt, and I think that is very, very true statement. Also, there are some, do want to remind you that coming up May 3rd at the museum, it's time to be part of the museum's Kentucky Derby. Great food, wine pools, bourbon tasting, games. I understand there's something of a toilet paper horse race. I haven't heard all the details, but I'm not sure what it's all about. But anyways, but you got to get your tickets now because they've got to have a count by May 1st. So if you'd like to go, if you'd like to dress up in derby attire, have derby food, and there's a hat contest and a total costume contest. You could be the winner of some great things. There also is a 50-50 raffle, and you get to watch the Kentucky Derby, that 1.5 minute or 1 minute race, whatever it is, live on a big screen TV. So I would hope that you would get your tickets. That is May 3rd, 5 to 7:30. I think the race probably will be at 7, but I am not 100% sure. But anyways, I just thought I would tell you about that. It's going to be a great event, May 3rd, 5 at the museum. Now, also in the events column coming up on April 24th, Greenwood Performing Arts is having the South Carolina Jazz Sextet there. It's 6 people. It's not what you think. It's 6 people. Will be performing at the Gardens at Abney Hall. So this is in the Gardens there at Abney Hall. This is a beautiful event. It's a signature event. It's an event they had last year and was so successful they brought it back this year. They have delicious small bite appetizers. They have delicious drinks and it's just a lovely time. It's a garden party, and Robert Gardner is going to be here with his South Carolina Jazz Sextet along with Christy Hood. So that's going to be a really good event. Need to get your tickets for that. If you'd like to go, just go to greenwoodperformingarts.org. That's Greenwood Performing Arts, and get your tickets for that. That is another good event coming up. Also, I might add that Robert Gardner is giving his last concert at Lander this Thursday night. So if you'd like to see that, that is a free concert at Lander. And it is, I believe, at 7 o'clock. So that is another good event going on. You know, when you look at all the things that are going on in Greenwood, I'll be darned if you can say there's not anything going on here. Oh my goodness. This is something terrific. I don't know about that, but all kinds of good things going on. And if anybody has any, I won't discuss that. We won't discuss Miss Penny. She's lying right here. Princess Penny. She is 19 weeks old. She's a holy terror for only 15 pounds and being 14 inches tall. And then this comes up on Facebook. Fix your puppy's bad behavior in 3 days. I wish it was that simple. Do you know everybody, and I appreciate each and every one of the advice, but everybody tells me something and I try it and Penny just looks at me and goes, She tilts her head to the side and she goes, do you really think that's going to work? Nah, it's not going to work. I know she's teething. I know she's going through a tough time, but so am I. Up until we got 98.5 back on the air, I've been very stressed. I just want you to know. Okay, they do have the Easter Bunny at the mall April 16th, 12 to 4, and April 19th, 12 to 4. So, or April 18th, maybe it's 18th and 19th, 12 to 4. So and that's brought to you by the Humane Society right out there at Greenwood. So that's a good thing if you want to get that classic picture, Easter Bunny picture. Make sure you go there. All right, and what else do we have here? There we go. Let's talk about a few more things. Billy Garrett did not show up. Senator Billy Garrett did not show up. I am sorry, but I put aside this time for him, and then he did not show up. Here is something from Greenwood School District 50 Child Nutrition. Exciting news. Greenwood School District 50 families. Summer meal service is just around the corner. Stay tuned for all the details on where you can grab nutritious meals this summer. They say that will be coming up very, very soon. And don't forget, next Friday and Saturday, the 5th annual Hodges Outdoor Spring Festival will be going on. They have great music, great crafts, food trucks, carnival rides. It is a huge undertaking, and they really do a great job of providing a lot of fun for you. That is Friday and Saturday. Also, the Greenwood YMCA is hiring a youth development director. Join the YMCA team. Are you a passionate leader with a heart for youth and community? The YMCA is seeking a youth development director to lead our programs that help kids learn, grow, and thrive. It is located at the Greenwood YMCA out there on Calhoun. It's a full-time job, competitive pay, and great benefits. You'll oversee the programs like after-school care, summer camps, and our on-site child watch. So this is really a good job. If you are interested in that, please apply and give them a call over there at the Y, or just stop by for more information. And what else? What time is it? What am I doing? I'm doing pretty good here. Okay, the Humane Society of Greenwood's Pickle for Paws 25 Pickleball Tournament. That is going to be May 17th and 18th. If you'd like to play pickleball, one of my friends was going out for a lesson in how to play pickleball. Everybody says if you want to go to the emergency room, go play pickleball. Is that true? 864-229-7984. I've never played pickleball, but they say that it is a something that you're going to get hurt at. Is that true? 864-229-7984. Call or text. I know of many people who have hurt themselves. I would like to know, is that true? People don't seem to care because they keep building more pickleball courts and people keep playing. But Pickle for Paws is back. Presented by Brian Scooch, State Farm Insurance Agency, court sponsored by Self Regional Healthcare. This is going to be out at the Gatewood, at the Gatewood Club out there. They will have men doubles, women doubles, and mixed doubles. And that will be Saturday, May 17th and Sunday, May 18th. Last day to register is May 12th. All proceeds benefit the Humane Society of Greenwood. They're also looking for sponsors for this event. So that will be another fun event and probably a profitable one. So that's a good thing. So that's some of the things that I know about out there. I hope that you will come out and participate in all the things going on. Piedmont Technical College is getting ready to host on Saturday, April 26th, their Piedmont Technical College Carnival. So it's for cars. Fun and games, music, food and drink. It is Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 2 at Piedmont Tech's Greenwood campus at the South Emerald Road. $5 food voucher and free treat for the first 100 people. So it's only 2 weeks away. That is coming up on Saturday, the 26th of April. And I do want to say, I did go by and check out the Flyboy electric bicycles that were being previewed down there last Saturday. This could be very interesting. They say they're going to be opening their own place right here in Greenwood, in electric bicycles, which I think is cool. I wish I could ride one, but they are just too heavy for me. But they suggested I try the trike. I don't know about that. But then I thought about Princess Penny. So maybe I could, maybe I could be like driving Miss Daisy, driving Miss Princess. She could be sitting in the back and I could be sitting up front driving. Although the way this dog is, she'd probably want to be driving and tell me I could sit in the back. Anyways, it's just another idea of fun things we're going to do if we survive. She just glanced at me. If we survive this terrible twos that I believe we were in. I also want you to know over there, the Due West Robotics have gone to Texas to compete. They are competing in the Team to the Worlds. This is a huge honor. I think they've gone 4 out of the 5 year. They'll be one of only 5 teams representing South Carolina. This is huge. They found out 11 days before they were ready to, that they could go, and they had to raise $20,000+. They have a funding site, Zeffy platform, Zeffy platform. That's where you can find them, and just look for Due West Robotics. I believe that's right. Send our youth robotics team to Worlds, and it's on Zeffy.com. If you would like to make a donation to that, I don't think you can do any better than that. By the way, in the Index Journal, there is a huge article on their front page talking about the Due West facility that is being built over there to house the robotics and everything. So this is, they are there now. They went ahead and left. Hopefully they have money for everybody to come back, but they all left and went out there. Some flew, some had to drive. It's a huge undertaking, and they have been doing that for 4 or 5 years now. 4 or 5 years. Also, I should remind you that coming up at 5:30 is County Council. They've been in executive session since 4 o'clock this afternoon. I still question what they could talk about for an hour and a half every time they meet. But who am I to say anything? They are meeting from 4 to 5:30 in executive session, and then they will have their open meeting, and you can be at the meeting, or you can simply watch it from the Greenwood County website. You can watch it from right there. It's actually housed on YouTube. So that's a few of the things, and they are going to be doing swimming lessons. One more thing. They're going to be doing swimming lessons over at the YMCA. They'll have morning lessons. They'll have kids, they have all things going on. Check with Allison Monday over there for more information. 864-223-9622. That's 864-223-9622. Allison Monday is the coordinator for everything to do with the pool, so check that out. Anyways, that's what I know. That's what I know. If there is something that you know, please text me and let me know so I can make sure I can tell people about it. You can text me at 864-229-7984. You also, if it's a longer, or if you've got a flyer and you want to send it, you can email it to wcrsinfo@gmail.com. That's wcrsinfo@gmail.com. In closing, I'd like to say, in case you don't know, WCRS 98.5 FM is back on the air. That's right. We are alive on 98.5. So for all of you that called and checked on me and wanted to see what was going on with the station, we were fine. We were fine. What wasn't fine was the transmitter, but that has all been fixed. 98.5 is back on the air. 1450 AM is live on the air. We are streaming from our website at WCRS 98.5, 1450 AM. That's WCRS 1450am.net. And we also do, when I'm on the air, quite often I'll do Facebook Live. So even though Senator Billy Garrett didn't call in this afternoon, I just wanted to come on so you'd know that WCRS 98.5 FM is alive on the FM dial. So check it out. Turn your car radios back over to 98.5 if you like, or if you like 1450, we're doing the same thing on 1450, either way. And I'll be back in the morning. We'll be streaming live on Facebook. We'll be on 98.5 FM if all goes according to plan. 1450 AM will be alive, and so life is back to normal over here at your favorite radio station, your hometown radio station, the station for Greenwood, South Carolina, WCRS Radio. It's been an amazing journey, and I plan to continue it. Have a good night. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. That'll do it for me. And no, we did not have Senator Billy Garrett with us here. I tried to fill the gap. Bye-bye, everybody.